Hello guys, welcome back to On Track GP. Special video for you today. As you can tell, we've got an Aston Martin car behind us. We're in central London, it's the Autosport Awards. We're going to be reporting live from the red carpet, speaking to some of F1's biggest names, Toto Wolff, Christian Horner. That's all to come, make sure you stay tuned. What have you made of his season?
Terrific year, wonderful year, safe year, a fast year, the right man won. Remarkable for Red Bull. They've done an awful, it's run by a very good man. Management is very important, and he's the capital of motorsport at the present time. Christian's done an amazingly good job for an amazingly good driver. So the combination would be difficult to beat.
You make a good point that it's not just a driver that gets all these championships. How important is the team? Because obviously we're looking at a driver across the line, but there's so many people behind it. Like, how important do you think that is for a driver?
Huge, though. Christian Horner is one of the greatest designers that there's ever lived. And it's been managed very well, and they've chosen well the drivers. So Verstappen has just done a great job. Couldn't have done more than he did. Quite remarkable. But that's because he's had a wonderful team that's given him the car hasn't broken down too often. So therefore he's been a very lucky boy, but so have they been very lucky boys to have him. So I think it's just great. They deserve every bit of success that they've had.
Another difficult year. Do you think this has been better than last year, or sort of more annoying because it's another year of not quite challenging Red Bull and that kind of team?
It was, every year that is not easy is part of a learning curve that makes you better afterwards. I would have wished we would have competed for a world championship, but that wasn't the case. So we are looking forward into next year.
And at end of season awards like this, is it hard to look back, or have you got one mind on the future already? Sort of your head's in that area already.
We are all sails are set for 2024. We take the learnings, and there is more analysis that we're doing, but. Now it's about the new car, it's about the organisation.
What about your role as sort of team motivator? Because obviously you've been with this team so long. How hard is it to challenge them, to really get them up for it after a couple of years, maybe not as winning as many races as they used to in the past?
We knew that there will be a time when it's getting tougher, and after 8 titles that happened. And as I said, the days we lose are the days our competitors regret, because we are learning the most. And this year has certainly been character building, and I hope we set stones in place to be more competitive.
Is the car going to look particularly different this year? Is it going to be a continuation of this year? Obviously, it'll be a new car. Any big changes that you're anticipating? Yeah,
I think we were bold and courageous to embark on the road with such a car. That was a different concept that nobody else had before, and it didn't work. I think it's as simple as that. It's physics and not mystics. And next year's car is going to be more conventional than in what you would expect from a Formula One car. But there's a few interesting details that we have not seen on other cars yet.
Yeah, absolutely. 70th edition. For me, it felt really special. Obviously, having never been to that side of the world before, being this close from the barriers every lap is tough to stay concentrated. But yeah, we managed to pull it off. And to be honest, not overly expecting to go there and do amazing. Obviously, I knew the car was going to be good with Vips being on pole there in 2019, and it was just a matter of doing a job. And yeah, luckily we did it.
I think we established a lot in 1 year, but like I said in Austin, it's just the beginning. So we've got next year to look forward to, racing with F1, the involvement with the F1 team. So I think we're off to a good start, but there's a lot more to come.
How exciting is it going to be having all the F1 teams have a driver, have a livery on a car? Like how important is that for the growth of the academy?
It was vitally important, and it was really encouraging to see so much support from the paddock. And in the end, it's the first time it's ever happened that the F1 teams have ever given their liveries to another series. So we feel very honoured.
And standing here this time next year, what would you hope to achieve in the second year of running?
I want to see our drivers progressing. That's vital for me. This is not just a platform to get lots of female talent out there. It's a platform to also aid progression. So I want to see our winner moving up. I want to have seen lots of development throughout the season from the drivers, and hopefully a lot of awareness that's inspired lots of other little girls to consider motorsport.
Do you prefer to be in this position? Or?
Well, look, I mean, whether you're a hunter or the hunted, it's just about focusing on yourself and keep trying to improve. So it doesn't matter who your opponents are. You've got to look after what you can control yourself.
When you come to these events, is it nice to look back, or in the back of your mind are you thinking about next year already?
It's always nice to reflect on the championship. Always a great event. So it's the one, we only finished last weekend, so it's a good chance to hopefully look back and celebrate what we achieved this year.
Hi Johnny, what do you make that F1 season? Another dominant win by Max Verstappen?
Yes, dominant is the right word. Boring for us in many respects, but you have to applaud what Max and Red Bull, but what Max has done every single time he's got in the car. It's rather impressive, rather special. Now we await for someone to be able to challenge him, but he'll thoroughly enjoy that challenge as well. It's got closer towards the end of the season. Hopefully that's a sign that it won't be an easy walk away like it was probably more at the beginning of the season to mid-season, rather than what it was maybe from mid-season toward the end. So good signs, and a lot of people like Ferrari got better at the end. That strategy got stronger as well. McLaren doing a good job at the same time, and then it's seeing the question mark of Mercedes. Can they turn it around and put themselves back where they dominated for many, many years? There's a chance of that, but we want it to happen because we want to see a really, really close fight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very exciting to have Nick on board. We've known each other since we were like 6 years old, so yeah, it's going to be amazing to have him as a teammate in the factory team. Yeah, looking forward to that combination. I think everyone in the team is very excited for that. Preseason's been going well. We've had a few test days. We've had Valencia, which we topped all the sessions. So yeah, things are shaping up nicely. But obviously, once we get to Mexico, things could change. I think other teams will make a bit of a step. But hopefully, we can carry that momentum we had last season into next year.
Great year for you. Obviously, that first test. What was that like? I mean, sorry, see you freeze. I'll be very quick. How was that first test for you? Like,
it was obviously amazing. Everything I'd ever dreamt it to be and more. But I don't just want to have one go. I want it. Hopefully that wasn't the last time. So yeah, it was amazing though.
And are they giving you any plans next year, or might be getting the car again, or is it just every week come see what happens then? Really,
I take week by week. They know my feelings about it, and I think I did a good enough job to be back in it. Never say never. It hasn't not been spoken about, but again, no set plans or no dates just yet. So, but yeah, I'll do everything I can within my power to make sure it happens again.
So, how's plans been?
Yeah, no, listen, it's been a great year 2023. Although we just narrowly missed out in that last race, still two Jaguar teams, 1 and 2 in the championship. It was a really great year for the team and the car we built. But yeah, we're looking forward to getting going in Mexico in January. Valencia pre-season went well, so yeah, the final bit of work now, getting ourselves ready for what will be a 17 race long season ahead.
Yeah, and how's Nick settling into the team?
Really, really well. I mean, that he ended the test dream scenario, topped that last session, so yeah, he's really settled in well. Of course, he knows the car, having raced the car, so it's really about just the dynamics for the team. But he's done a fantastic job. So yeah, we're looking forward to having him out in the factory team and doing the great work he did last year.
So that's it, guys. That's the Autosport Awards in the books. F1 season's done. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a release here on Track GP.